Russia's President Vladimir Putin is set to host 29 world leaders at Moscow's Red Square on May 9th for the 80th Victory Day Parade, a powerful spectacle marking the Soviet Union's defeat of Nazi Germany in World War II, now doubling as a dramatic show of force in the midst of war. With military contingents from 13 nations ready to march, the event will serve as a thunderous display of Russia's geopolitical resilience, a direct challenge to Western efforts to isolate the Kremlin. This year's parade carries a clear message to Washington. Russia will not accept a Ukraine peace deal dictated by the US. As NATO and EU cracks widen, the event exploits internal divisions while responding to a veiled threat from Ukraine's leadership. The guest list itself is a strategic statement, showcasing Russia's ability to rally global alliances even in the face of unprecedented sanctions and diplomatic pressure. Chinese President Xi Jinping, Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, and Cuban President Miguel Diaz-Canel will be in attendance, joined by Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko in a high-profile demonstration of solidarity. Central Asian leaders from Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan are confirmed, along with African heads of state, including Burkina Faso's Ibrahim Traoré, Zimbabwe's Emerson Mnangagwa, and Egypt's Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, a broad coalition backing Moscow in defiance of the West. Leaders from Laos, Vietnam, and Mongolia add to the list, reinforcing Russia's strong ties with the global South and Asia, a powerful counter-narrative to claims of Russia's global isolation. The parade is also a clear act of defiance aimed at the United States, which continues to push for a Ukraine peace settlement requiring Russian concessions. With nearly 30 world leaders standing beside him and a massive military showcase, Putin aims to prove that Russia has the strength and the alliances to resist Western terms. Over 10,000 troops and 125 pieces of military hardware, from iconic T-34 tanks to cutting-edge missile systems, will roll through Red Square. They'll be joined by marching units from Azerbaijan, Belarus, China, Egypt, Laos, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Mongolia, Myanmar, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, and Vietnam. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's warning that Ukraine cannot guarantee the safety of attending leaders has escalated tensions. Interpreted as a thinly veiled threat, the statement hints at potential provocations, prompting Moscow to ramp up security with advanced air defenses and a no-fly zone. Zelensky's statement places attending leaders in a precarious position, forcing them to walk a tightrope between backing Russia and risking the perception of endorsing its war. The attendance of Slovakia's Prime Minister Robert Fico and Serbia's President Alexander Vučić underscores Putin's strategy of exploiting rifts within NATO and the EU. Their presence, despite criticism from Brussels, reflects growing skepticism of US-led foreign policy across parts of Europe. Serbia, still an EU candidate, risks derailing its membership hopes. Fico's participation, meanwhile, signals a broader regional trend, a pivot toward national sovereignty and away from Western alignment.
This is unprecedented. That's just too ridiculous for me. This is how Mr. Zelensky refers to women. I'm a small player, it's not about me, and he's referring to the Chinese president. He is referring to the Brazilian president. It is addressed to presidents and heads of state and prime ministers from countries with hundreds of millions of inhabitants. Don't go there. Watch out, because we, Ukraine, will do something to you. This is not done. I reject such threats for the sake of safety.
For us, the past and upcoming 15 to 20 days are very important. Also here, in America, we will have numerous European guests who will lecture me, preach to me, scold me for going to Moscow. They still haven't convinced me not to go. It's hard to get through to hard-headed people.
As Moscow makes final preparations, the parade is shaping up to be a calculated act of global defiance. Rumors swirl about potential last-minute cancellations, fueled by health concerns for Fico and Vučić, while earlier speculation of a US representative has been firmly denied. North Korea will send only its ambassador, not Kim Jong-un, but with nearly 30 world leaders in attendance, a formidable military parade, and a global audience watching, Putin is staging more than a commemoration. He's declaring Russia's place as a great power. Yet, Ukraine's warning and the precarious optics for European leaders underline the gravity of the moment. What unfolds in Red Square on May 9th won't just echo in Moscow, it will reverberate across the world.